Hi guys, how's everything? I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are. So today I'm going to be talking about just random things. I figured I need to put up another episode and try to, make more and more videos. But I'm just running out of things to talk about since I'm just cooped out at home and there's nothing else to do but talk about coronavirus. So I'm gonna just be going through some of the websites that we've been using to follow, and it's majorly magazines that foreigners tend to use here. A lot of the English magazines that give you updates on everything, which restaurant is open, which bar is operating, which pub is open until late in the morning if you're a guy or who wants to go and watch some sports somewhere. So there is that. So my very first and my very favorite ones are a couple of them. First of all, one is called The Beijinger, from the word Beijing. So the magazine itself is called The Beijinger. So if you're traveling to China and you are wondering where to hang out, basically just anything you want. It's sort of like a time-out kind of magazine. You can find anything. You can find events happening. You can find restaurant recommendations. You can find shopping areas recommendations, where to club, where to shop, etc., etc. You get the drift. Yeah. So the Beijing. So the Beijing has been really good at updating us on what's happening in China. And let me see what they have now on their website. Yeah, so let me first of all see. You go to Richard. Yes, so you've got the Beijinger. The Beijinger, as you can, I'm not sure if you can see that. The Beijinger. And you can see pictures. They've been posting pictures of coronavirus for everyone and sending updates. You can, go up, go down. They have an update every other day. They can show you. So they do have a page that's called the Beijing COVID-19 update, where every day they tell you which cities and which areas of the city have cases, how many have been reported, how many deaths, etc., etc. That kind of information. Let's see what we have today. So I like this kind of headlines. Okay, we're back to simple. Everyone quarantines. So what is this about? I haven't looked at it. By the way, today is Wednesday, March 11th, so don't refer to this video in the future. So basically they're talking about Beijing's brief flirtation with exempting foreign arrivals from quarantine, which we felt never made sense to begin with, is over after 19 days. All people flying in from overseas will be required to do a quarantine for 14 days at home or in a government designated facility. So basically they had, I think, stopped telling people to quarantine who were coming into China from outside. But now, because the situation outside has just gone crazy, so now everyone who's coming into China from abroad, sorry guys, you have to stay at home for 14 days. What else do they have? Cozy quarantine, Beijing extends central heating by a week. For me, heating is a huge thing. If I do not have heating at home, I'm just like, I don't know, I need like 5 blankets to feel warm. But because, again, I think they've done this because, reports have been saying that the viruses, they tend to die they tend to dislike, or they dislike heat. So in this case, we were supposed to have the heating stopped completely this weekend. And now I'm seeing some good news that has been extended by a week. So that's good news for people living in Beijing, or basically in the north of China, because sorry guys from the southern part of China, you have no heating, so this does not necessarily affect you. We've got COVID-19 update, rumors busted. Latest numbers, let's see. Yeah, here's what to expect. First of all, disinfection, of course, on your flight. The cabin was disinfected before the descent. So people, I think, are giving their experiences here. Of course, there is, if you're landing in Beijing, also you'll need to do a to fill in a health declaration form. I remember when I was coming into China after I've done my trip, coming from abroad, coming back into China, I had to fill in a health declaration form, basically asking you if you've ever been to Hubei, or if you've met somebody from Wuhan, if you have symptoms like coughing, sneezing, fever, etc., etc., and you have to fill it truthfully, because there was a guy apparently who filled it wrongly, and then it turned out he had coronavirus, and then he went to the hospital and lied about it, and also lied about going to Wuhan, and so he's in the hospital fighting the coronavirus, and also I think he's under arrest. So fill in your forms correctly if you're coming into China, because they will follow up. Alright, of course there is immigration. Of course, immigration in China is usually crazy, but now it should be okay because not so many people have been traveling. Otherwise, usually you spend at least an hour waiting to go through the immigration line, and then going through customs, and then waiting for your luggage and all sorts of things, you know, those bits and pieces that I really hate after landing anywhere, not just in China. But in China the experience is definitely unique because most of the time you spend time queuing. Okay, let's see what else Beijing has. Beijing swimming pools and underground gyms to remain closed. So there we go. So Beijing pools and underground gyms will remain closed. Okay, there you go. So that's the latest update we have from the Beijinger. So there is also, that's Beijing. So of course we do have that's Shanghai, that's Guangzhou, that's Shenzhen, that's this and that, depending on the city. And this is also a really nice magazine. And for them, let's see what they have. Netizens outraged on China's proposed permanent residence rules for foreigners. So basically, local Chinese people are not very happy that the government is considering giving foreigners who've been here for a period of time that chance to be able to apply to have a permanent residency in China. Because as you know, yes, it doesn't matter how long you've lived here. I've been here for 11 years. And every year I have to apply for a residence visa every 12 months. And I can tell you, it's exhausting having to go through the same process over and over again, year in, year out. So they're considering, you know, changing the rules. But Chinese people are not quite happy about that. Why? I don't know. Dog quarantine for COVID-19 in Hong Kong. Ooh, dog lovers, please take care. I think I heard somebody say, don't kiss your dogs. The same way we're not kissing fellow humans, don't kiss your dogs. Lest you get a COVID-19, you just never know, right? Survive an epidemic and a chemical war with hazmat suit. So anyway, if you feel you're too nervous, you can buy a hazmat suit, you know, so that you look like a guy walking into space, and get yourself one, perhaps, I don't know where. I'm sure you can find it in places like Amazon, Alibaba, etc. Pollution levels dramatically drop across China during COVID-19. That's very true. We've had days of fresh, crispy air outside. Just, I mean, it's been beautiful. Just waking up in the morning and just opening the window and just, you know, taking in all the fresh air within you. So that has been nice, and I think probably that's because not so many people have been going anywhere, so there are no cars on the road. Well, there are a few cars on the roads, but most people are still staying put at home. What else do we have? Oh yeah, we have, what was the phone? I don't know, something. Oh yeah, there is also a magazine called Shanghai East. Shanghai, like the word Shanghai, and then you add I, so, and then ST, so Shanghai East. Shanghai East? Shanghai East. Shanghai East? Shanghai East. Shanghai East. Okay, whatever. I don't know how they pronounce that name. But there you go. This is also another good one. They usually post some really funny videos, and if you find them on Facebook, you should really check them out. They post like the weirdest things that happen in China. That's what they like to post about. So the first story is woman put in headlock after coughing on a flight attendant. So apparently a Chinese woman was pinned to her seat by cabin crew on a Thai Airways plane after allegedly deliberately coughing at one flight attendant during an extended delay at the Shanghai airport. What the hell? So the incident occurred after the flight had already landed at Shanghai's Pudong International Airport, but as passengers waited on board the plane for 7 hours to be allowed off because of tightened coronavirus screening procedures, causing extremely long wait times at the airport. So it looks like somebody was really pissed off. But then why spit on a flight attendant? It's not their fault that you're stuck on a plane. I mean, I know being stuck on a plane just sitting down for 7 hours and you can't get off is really can drive you to the walls, but it's not the flight attendant's problem. It's your problem if you cannot control your anger issues, or just don't fly. And I'm sure you know this was bound to happen anyways when you learned. I mean, haven't you been watching news? Come on. Wuhan closes the last of its makeshift hospital, so that's good news. So far we have been seeing numbers really dwindle, so that's good. Shanghai confirms 2 new imported coronaviruses from Italy. Chinese students bombard remote class app with 1-star reviews. So the students seem not to be really happy with whatever classroom they're having online. So everything has just been rated as 1-star, 1-star, 1-star. This is really funny. Amid the coronavirus outbreak, students across China have united in their trolling of a Slack-like communication and collaboration app that is facilitating their continued education despite schools being closed. After rumors starting circulating that DingTalk would be pulled from app stores if its rating descended low enough, students began leaving thousands of 1-star reviews. The app's rating ended up dropping all the way down to 1.4. In one popular video, the app begs to be spared. "I'm only 5 years old myself," it says. "Please don't kill me. Please don't kill DingTalk. People still need it." The students have a sense of humor, obviously. So anyway, that's it from me.